Hey nerds, you're about to get the biggest stories of the day. You ready?
Are you sure? Really? Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
All right. A cool nerd built an Assassin's Creed hidden blade and rope ladder and uploaded it all to the web.
South by Southwest cancels harassment in gaming panels due to overwhelming harassment.
And will Indiana Jones be recast? We'll let you know. But first, it was the video game that was left in the dust, long forgotten. In 2010, Red Fly Studios was working on a stealth action game called Battle of the Sith Lords, and it follows the journey of Darth Maul becoming a Sith and his encounters as a skilled and deadly assassin, a game that George Lucas himself was heavily invested in.
Now in April of 2014, footage hit the net and left us all wondering, where the hell is this game? When can I play it? You saw Maul in all his frightening glory, using his infamous double-bladed lightsaber and taking on Mandalorians.
So what did happen to the game? When Disney bought Lucasfilms and consequently LucasArts back in 2012, all the games they were working on ceased to exist. But with the new and highly anticipated Star Wars Battlefront game about to hit the shelves, the team behind this Darth Maul game think that EA and Disney should definitely consider bringing this game back to life.
There are a few complications with this idea, of course. Disney is pretty much dusting the prequels under the let's not talk about it rug. And with that comes the uncertainty of whether Maul is still around, even though, spoilers, he comes back in the Clone Wars series.
Guess being cut in half and then falling to that pit doesn't kill him? I totally underestimated the power of the dark side.
It doesn't necessarily mean that the story that they've been working on now is remotely canon, something that Disney is strictly focusing on.
They're not deterred by this. They think that the game's combat mechanics are so great that they'd be willing to reskin and let EA use their demo template to readjust to the present Star Wars story.
Let's check out that Darth Maul one more time doing his stuff. Now, if you're a die-hard Star Wars fan, then you should definitely head over to youtube.com/ScreenRant to check out their story on 10 Star Wars movie mistakes you missed.
It was pretty cool, I'll admit. If you're more of a superhero fan like myself, then Screen Rant just uploaded a fascinating video about the dark stories that surround some of the most popular superheroes. It's pretty cool. It's definitely worth a watch, so click here to check it out, and be sure to subscribe to their channel.
As nerds, we wish that kick-ass accessories and tech from our favorite properties could somehow be brought to life. I wouldn't mind a portal gun.
Ooh. Personally, I wouldn't mind some Spider-Man web slingers if I'm being completely honest with you right
I'm glad you're being honest with me.
Thank you, I'm trying to be more honest about my Spider-Man accessory.
Addiction?
Addictions, accessories. Ooh, remember that one YouTube inventor, Colin Furzy, I think his name was? He was the one who made those Wolverine claws and those pyro gauntlets. That's so freaking cool, but that boy's gonna hurt himself one of these days.
Nah, he's a pro.
Yeah.
Most recently though, he has headed into the realm of video games, creating some fan favorite gaming paraphernalia. Now his newest upload shows off a working hidden blade and rope ladder from the Assassin's Creed series.
Cool, I'm gonna go build myself a hidden blade too.
Oh, I don't think so. Because he's a professional inventor. You see, you're just a professional Flash fan.
All right, of course. In the video, Colin shows off a functioning rope grappling gauntlet that can lift him up in the air thanks to that little miniature motor on his wrist. Then he flicks his wrist and bam, hidden blades appear.
Now all he has to do is just make a portal gun. He's just gotta do it. There's only simple physics, right?
Colin can do it. Yeah. All right, you just need to create a stable wormhole and then another one and then bridge the 2 points in space-time. It's so freaking easy.
There's an algorithm. I'm thinking of it already. How easy is that? You know what? This proves that there are cool things happening on the internet.
But there are also some not so cool things. Let's file this one under the most ironic thing yet. The huge South by Southwest festival has stated it's canceling 2 of their gaming-related panels due to threats of violence.
Now, the panels, Save Point, a discussion on the gaming community, and Level Up, overcoming harassment in games, have angered enough people to warn via countless emails, phone calls, and social media messages that should the panels happen, there'll be violent consequences.
The Level Up panel was to focus on online harassment and using experts to discuss how to deal with and move away from harassment.
So a panel about how to confront and deal with harassment was harassed to the point of it being forced to close.
How's that deep dose of irony, huh?
That's certainly deep. You'd think that maybe South by Southwest would figure out a way to deal with this better by, I don't know, maybe listening to what those on the panel had to say. But alas, they've shut it all down, stating, if people cannot agree, disagree, and embrace new ways of thinking in a safe and secure place that is free of online and offline harassment, then this marketplace of ideas is inevitably compromised.
Ooh. The Save Point panel was slated as being a forum to discuss issues including the importance of journalistic integrity in video games media, which is what Gamergate first was led to be about, thus meaning this panel is pro-Gamergate, but unfortunately the movement is now far more known for its cyber attacks on female gamers.
And even though the Level Up panel has openly said that it has absolutely nothing to do with Gamergate, it just wants to help people who are dealing with harassment, like the panelists have said is happening to them on a daily basis, it seems to still be a target of those wielding the weapons of the web by citing threats of violence to stop these panels occurring.
What a shame. This stuff is still happening. If you don't like it, don't go to it. Why play God here and deny innocent discussions that could educate and help people? When was fighting for journalistic integrity in video games worth destroying lives over? I missed that part, to be completely honest.
Hey, well said, dude. But what do you think?
And lastly, rumors have been flying around about the future of the Indiana Jones franchise. There have been talks regarding a possible 5th film for the franchise, but that's just...
5th?
Yeah.
There's only been 3 movies, though. What are you talking about?
Remember that one with Shia LaBeouf?
Shut up.
Mambo?
No!
Mambo?
Stop it!
The aliens?
Don't say it! No, no, no.
4th or 5th movie aside, those are just crazy ramblings of an executive over at Disney. Not a single person has sat down to talk about the future of the Indiana Jones films.
Now, if you didn't know, Disney has been working on, I don't know, a few side projects right now, so the calendar is a little bit booked from now until the next decade. During an interview a few months ago, someone at Lucasfilm said that there was a possibility of casting a younger Indy and that it could be fun to throw around maybe Chris Pratt's name into the hat. Chris Pratt looks good in a hat too.
He does. Chris Pratt hopping into another franchise? Yes!
Yes.
Please!
Give it to me!
Please!
Please!
Give it
yes.
to me!
Now!
Now!
Want it?
Please!
Okay.
Let's all collectively calm our tits. I'm talking about you, fanboys out there watching this. This is sadly not going to happen. And Indiana Jones producer Frank Marshall stated, "We're not doing the Bond thing where we're going to call somebody else Indiana Jones. We have to figure this out."
Stop. Wait a second. What's wrong with the James Bond format? No offense, Harrison Ford isn't a spry young chap anymore. If we want him spelunking into caves of wonder and wrestling ancient Templars, we're gonna need a big CGI budget to keep him, you know?
We're talking John Carter level people. That's a $200 million Disney deuce.
Some people liked it.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Hey, our opinions aside, would you guys want a new Indiana Jones or should they just stick with Harrison Ford? If they were to recast, who would you pick?
Oh, sorry, slip of the Pratt tongue. Sorry, my bad. Also, the first ever SourceFedNERD short film will be premiering this week, so tune in the 28th to see the original short, Reunited, written by our very own Steve Zaragoza and Lon Harris, and it stars Martin freaking Starr! Make sure you tune in. What the fuck? Ooh, it's gonna be spoopy.
Oh, I don't like that.
Let's take a look at some photos that have been released for the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. The new cover of Empire magazine features the DCEU Joker, Jared Leto, track pants and all. He's sporting a lovely purple alligator trench coat and a beautiful cane. And look at that, he's got a smiling tummy. He's got his name tattooed on his underboob. Cool! Cool! Oh, cool! Cool!